Hello, welcome to JIBRIN Angle on Oweleke TV. My name is JIBRIN, and this is my angle. Thank you once again for joining us together with Barrister Austin Manta, a very, very senior legal practitioner who have been in the legal practice for legal practice for over 40 years now. We shall be talking about several issues that borders Nigeria specifically. And hang on, today is going to be an interesting day. I'll have a lot of stuff to talk about. Barrister, once again, thank you for being here with me, as always.
Thanks for having me.
All right, let's get on it. Let's begin with Nasir El-Rufai's, would I say confession or vituperation? I don't know what to actually call it, but okay, before then, let me play this video and we'll come back to discuss the subject.
What I will not do, okay, is to pay bandits, give them monthly allowance, or send food to them in the name of non-kinetic. It's nonsense. We are empowering bandits. It's not the government of Kaduna State. It's a national policy driven by the Office of the National Security Advisor, and Kaduna is part of it. Many states are objecting to that, but that is the policy now. Kiss the bandits. That's the new policy. My position has always been the only repentant bandit is a dead one. Let's kill them all. Let's wipe them. Let's bomb them until they are reduced to nothing. And then the 5% that still want to be rehabilitated can be rehabilitated. You do not negotiate from a position of weakness. You don't empower your enemy. You don't give him money to go and buy more sophisticated weapons. That's why the insecurity problem has not gone away and will not go away as long as this policy continues.
That is an action.
All right, Barrister, that was El-Rufai. Now, everything he said here, I completely agree with him. However, the messenger, I agree with the message, but the messenger, for God's sake, is this coming from El-Rufai, the El-Rufai of Kaduna State that we used to know for 8 years in Kaduna State? The El-Rufai who we all, our opinion, no facts though, but there are evidences, circumstantial evidences that led us to the conclusion that El-Rufai was actually also involved in funding terrorism or banditry or whatever. During his 8 years reign in Kaduna State, the Kaduna State became a kind of a hub of insecurity. It was an unbearable situation that, I don't know, his message is the messenger of this message is a completely wrong person. Excuse me, Barrister, what do you have to say about Rufai? That he said he actually said that the government sponsors. That's no news to us. We know that the government has hand in what is actually going on in Nigeria, the insecurity in Nigeria. But what I did not know, what is new, what was news to me actually, was that the government actually paid them monthly. That means including the recurrence, paying their salaries or whatever, takes care of them monthly. That is what it was news to me. I knew quite all right that government had hand in one way or the other, but I didn't know that it became a policy that they had to. The government actually pays these people monthly, just as we have civil servants being paid monthly salary. Barrister, what do you have to say about these 2 points that I just made?
Well, we have to be very careful to take the words of a person like Rufai for anything. This is a person who has no fidelity to honesty and truth. He is the person who said he went outside Nigeria, across Nigeria, to Chad and other countries to pay bandits to stop killing Nigerians. I believe you remember when he made those statements. He was on tape. He came on tape and said he discovered that these bandits came from outside the country, and he traced them to Chad, to Niger, and paid them to stop killing, and he justified it at that time that, look, if by paying them they will stop killing, then he's okay with it. Now, how can you now be sitting there and say his policy has always been not to pay bandits? So we have to be careful with a person who has no sincerity, who has no honesty, who has no fidelity to truth. It may be that the government is paying some bandits, but I don't believe they are paying them monthly salary or taking care of their overheads. If they were doing that, why is the banditry continuing, even increasing? Even the government itself would be alarmed if we are paying you and you are still killing people. It's even increasing. It wouldn't make sense. So, and the government has come out to deny that they are not paying. They deny what Rufai has said. He has not brought any evidence of any kind. And knowing that he's a flippant person who says whatever comes to his mind at any point when he wants to make his point and galvanize his own opinion, I will hold it with, I will be very cautious to accept that premises. Having said that, let me be clear that I do not totally subscribe to the view that you should not pay bandits at all. The proper approach should always be the carrot and the stick. Now, this carrot and stick is in respect, not everybody, not every bandit. You must remember that these bandits are recruiting children of 12 years, 10 years, 13 years. Some of these children can be rehabilitated. We are not talking of these kingpins who have murdered, who have murdered a lot of people who have benefited. Those ones should be dealt with squarely. But the young ones, the young boys that have out of poverty, out of other things, some of them have been kidnapped. It's not even willingly. They are kidnapped from their villages and taken into the bandits and made to do what they are doing. So we should not foreclose totally the idea that some of the bandits ought to be rehabilitated, those who can be rehabilitated. But to say that for him, every repentant bandit is a dead one, that does not make sense. And it contradicts what he himself has done in the past.
He didn't say every repentant bandit should be killed. He said they should be absorbed into the society. The government should take care of them.
No. He made a statement as far as is concerned, a repentant bandit is a dead one. I hope you got that place where he said a repentant bandit is a dead one. If you can roll it back. He was now talking about the 5%, the 5% that can be rehabilitated. So, I think he mentioned that.
Okay. Maybe you and I didn't understand it. I don't know. I doubt. Maybe I don't know who misunderstood him or who didn't hear him well between the both of us. But I think what I understood from his comments was that the ones I'm trying to rephrase now, anyone who repents should be absolved, they should accept, the society should accept them back. At least they are repentant. Since they have repented, the government should take care of them. Then the rest should be wiped away. That's his own opinion. That's, if it were him, that would be his policy or whatever. All right. Anyway, Rufai, just like you said, I completely agree with you. Rufai is just it's not only a hypocrite, he's just someone who is he's totally bereaved of the truth. He's bereaved of sincerity, he's bereaved of genuinity, bereaved of genuinity. That's authenticity. That man, everything about Rufai is just fake. And apart from that, he has penchant. He has penchant for evil or cynicism. That's just it. Whatever Rufai comes out to the public to say, there is always a motive, a cynical motive, and a mischievous motive that he intends to achieve. Just like what he did right now. Now, SSS, the security authorities have invited him. Obviously, probably want to arrest him, place him under arrest. I don't know. Do you expect anything to come out on this issue? Because I don't see. My problem is I don't even know why. Very, very unusual that Rufai has been talking and criticizing the government, bashing the government. Now has come out to spill, in quotes, the beans, and the government is just taking him with handling with levity. I don't understand. Do you think that the government do not want to roughen Rufai? Perhaps he Rufai is, of course, not even power. We know Rufai he was part of the insiders that orchestrated all this evil on Nigeria prior to the election. Do you think they are reluctant to actually handle what's his name, Rufai, because he knows too much? He could spill even worse beans.
Well, I'm having trouble with the network here. I seem not to hear everything you said in the distance. Maybe you can come again. Just
Okay,
summarize.
let me just summarize. Yeah, my point is the government has invited the security agency has invited the Rufai for questioning. Do you think he will be arrested? And if he's placed under arrest, do you think anything will come out of it? Do you think he will be incarcerated?
I don't think he will be arrested, but I think it is a sort of a warning. If they wanted to arrest him, the DSS would have been the one they would normally use in such circumstance. For the police to write a letter of invitation, not to him, but to his party, the party chairman, to produce him, shows you that it is a sort of warning that they are trying to put across that if he does not, if he continue on that line, action will be taken against.
Now, sorry to cut you short. Now, you think if it were someone else, the security authority or DSS would have pounced on him?
Long ago, they would have taken such a person long ago.
Good. So do you think they are not doing this to Rufai because he knows too much? He was one of insiders who together with Tinubu prior to the presidential election, 2023 presidential election, orchestrated so many evil, probably on the ground, against Nigerians.
It could be of one of several or both of two reasons. The one you have just mentioned, he is along with them. They know everything. He knows the in and out. You remember he made mention that Tinubu did not win the election.
Yes.
I think you remember when he said that
that's one of my that's my point. I was trying to
Peter Obi won the election.
Yeah.
So he made mention of that. So it could be that they're afraid or they're cautious of what he knows about what happened in 2023 elections and what has happened even before and what is still happening. He is in a position to know, even though he's not in government, by virtue of his position and what he was in the party. I'm sure he has his sources within the government that will also be feeding, and even the security agencies that will be feeding him information. They could also be cautious because he is a prominent opposition figure. So they don't want to rush and bring him in and be accused of harassing opposition figures.
On the political angle, do you think an Rufai will support an Obi presidency or presidential candidacy?
Rufai, at this point, we support anybody that we defeat Tinubu, because he has a grudge. He's on a revenge mission. So anybody that stands the best chance of defeating Tinubu and helping him in his revenge is the person he is going to support. If he ends up supporting Obi, it's not because he believes in Obi or likes Obi, it's because of his own selfish reason of revenge. Because he would have seen that maybe Obi is the only person capable of defeating. That is the only reason you will see him support either Atiku or Tinubu, Obi or any other person. He has no other motive than his personal motive in supporting anybody.